Welcome, everybody. Hello. I'm Tiffany Young with Kawasaki Engines. Hope everybody's having a great show. We are here today with Shawn from Spencer Lawn Care, along with a couple of our engine experts, and they're going to be having a little conversation about engines, kind of what's happening in the industry. So we'd love it if you guys want to take a listen. And if you want to stick around after, we'll be having a little meet and greet with Shawn, answer any questions you guys might have. So thanks for being here. I'm going to turn the mic over to Shawn.
What's up, guys? Everybody having a good show? Yeah. So we're going to do an engine talk here with Kawasaki. Got a couple of their professionals right next to me. They're going to be able to answer all the questions. If you guys happen to not know who I am, I'm one part of a husband and wife team based out of Ohio. Spencer Lawn Care, Spencer Products, Spencer Media. We do a whole host of different things. And I'll turn it over here to JJ and Russell and let them introduce themselves to you guys.
Yeah, my name is JJ Zeilstra. Located in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where we do the R&D for Kawasaki Engines. I'm a senior manager there in charge of the engine design and compliance and product integration.
I'm Russell Corey. I'm a senior regional manager for Kawasaki. Been with the company going on 15 years now. Get to interact with our dealers day in and day out. It's a great gig, and love talking about the product, so we're excited to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I prepared some questions here. We're just going to hop right into it, guys, and just answer them. And, yeah, we'll kind of move through them pretty quickly here. So the biggest thing is last year you guys launched Evo engines, right? So what here at Equip, what elements of the Evo engine are you guys most excited for consumers, customers to know about?
So I'll jump in on that. I think the most exciting thing about the Evo engine is that it's our first ground-up EFI engine. We have other EFIs that we've debuted over the years that were all based off of a carbureted engine body, but the Evo is designed from the ground up to be an EFI. So it gives us a lot of new features, exciting features that really promote the quality of cut as well as the power that you would expect out of a Kawasaki engine. JJ, you want to talk a little bit more about some of those features?
Yeah, how we do that, of course, gets into the detail of engine design, but with the control of the EFI, we can push the limits of what we can do inside the combustion chamber. So since we know how much air is going in, then we can control how much fuel we add. We can set the spark timing to exactly what we want, and then we're able to increase the compression ratio and chase the fuel economy that way, and do all of those things because we know exactly what the engine is doing inside.
So you guys mainly are just gathering tons and tons of information from that engine and then making it better and better.
Yeah, there's sensors all over the engine so we know what's happening, and then we can adjust our control of the engine to make sure that it does exactly what you need it to do.
Awesome, awesome. I like that. So we'll just kind of move along here. I guess either one of you can jump ahead or start either way, I guess you want. But what features of the engine do research and development at Kawasaki Engines focus on and look to develop in a new engine, I guess?
Yeah, every engine we try to make maintenance a little easier. That's one aspect. We're also always chasing power and fuel economy. But at every step of the way, we're always keeping our eye on quality. So they're closely involved. Our quality group is closely involved in the development process, and there's no cut corners ever. Even if it's a tiny little thing, we would rather not go to market until it's ready. So we'll redesign and redesign again until it's ready for market, and we know that everybody using it will be able to rely on it to start and run all day, every time they need it.
Awesome. I know as a landscaper, I love hearing that, and I'm sure a lot of these guys love hearing that as well. So,
yeah, I was just going to add, quality is number one for us in everything we do, whether it's our engines, the products that we're complementing our engines. Quality is first, and you'll hear that from the top down in our organization. Quality comes before quantity. That's our priority number one. And as JJ mentioned, we will not release something if it's not meeting our very, very strict standards. In our manufacturing facilities, by the way, 100% of our V-twin engines are produced here in the United States, both in Maryville, Missouri and Boonville, Missouri. And when you go to Boonville or you go to Maryville, 100% of our engines that are coming down the line, they're all tested and run up at the end of the assembly process. So we have information on those engines. We know that they're meeting our standards. And again, it's 100% about quality.
Love hearing that. I didn't know that myself. So moving forward, I guess, as a gas engine operator. I love gas-powered engines, and there's a lot leaning towards electric around here, you know. This question, I think, is probably the most important question for myself, but the most important question to ask you guys is, how important is horsepower at Kawasaki Engines?
Well, yeah, it's maybe the most important thing. We are the only ones that certify our horsepower. So we work with SAE to certify our horsepower, and every engine coming off the line must meet that horsepower on the label. So that's the same certification that cars and trucks go through on highway. SAE does the same certification for us, and we're the only ones in the industry to do it.
SA, what is SA exactly?
Yeah, sorry. Our
I don't know, so I
acronyms,
figured
right?
somebody else might not know.
Yeah, Society of Automotive Engineers. So they have a system set up that we can test according to their protocol, and they will put their rubber stamp on it and say, yep, you're good.
So if they say it's true, it's true.
Absolutely. Every engine coming off the line meets the power on that sticker.
Okay, yeah. There was some stuff that happened years ago, you know, so that's very, very important. You want to hop in here?
Yeah, I was going to just reiterate too that, you know, we are the only manufacturer in the industry that is testing to that standard. So all of our engines are going to perform at the exact horsepower rating that you see on the label. So when you're looking at a label between manufacturers, know that you're not always comparing apples to apples when you're looking at a horsepower rating. What you see is what you're going to get on our engines.
Very nice, very nice. So they cued the music for us here. You know, we're live. There's no pulling it back or backing it down. So we're live here at the Equip Expo in Louisville, Kentucky for 2023. And yeah, we're here with Kawasaki Engines. So bear with us with the noise in the background. Moving forward, if you could project the industry where it's going to go in the next 5 years, I guess this is a personal question, but where do each one of you see where it's going to go? Let's keep it fun.
Yeah, so I would say that, you know, we're a company that's over 140 years old as Kawasaki. We've been producing engines since 1957, and we continue to want to do that moving forward.
I told them to turn it down.
So we're going to keep our eye on the prize, you know, quality first. We know that the landscape is changing, but the grass is always going to need to be cut. That's the neat thing about our industry is it's not a want, it's a need. And we're going to keep evolving with that needing change. So.
The landscape is always changing.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah. I would really like to see move toward EFI personally. Our EFI engines have just made so many advancements over the years. I know there are reasons that people still like to have their carbureted engines. They know them. You know you can get them going in the morning, and that's really important. But I hope over the next few years people get more comfortable with the EFI engines and all of the benefits that they bring.
So real quick, I know what EFI stands for, but for somebody that may be standing here new to the industry, what does EFI stand for?
Yeah, my three-letter
What does it mean, I
acronyms
guess?
again.
Yeah, sorry.
Electronic fuel injection. So that's our whole system that can measure everything going on in the engine and control exactly how much fuel is injected.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah.
And
I
I will say too, with our EFI, we are a little unique in how we've built it. So our system is a fly-by-wire, which allows us to have instantaneous throttle response. So what you get with our machine is that you're going to get a little bit more horsepower, and what that translates into is more productivity. So you never lose blade tip speed, even if you go under heavy load. You're able to continue through that thick grass, and you don't get the bogging that you would get with a mechanical governor. So it's a really nice feature. And again, back to the Evo engine, the 822cc, you're looking at a smaller displacement engine, 822cc, but you're getting 34.5 horsepower. That's a lot of power that you're getting out of a small block. And you're getting that throttle response that's instantaneous because of the sensors, because of the fly-by-wire. You're not reliant on a mechanical governor.
Yeah, absolutely. So I liked hearing blade tip speed. And as a landscaper, that's super important to us because last thing we want to be doing is double, triple cutting anything. Time is money, and if we're out there wasting it, going over things multiple times, we're just wasting it. So I like that. I like blade tip speed. That was a great answer. So moving forward here, what surprises you guys about the capabilities of engines that Kawasaki produces? Anything? I'll give you guys, I'll buffer here a little bit. Give you just a second to think about it. I know you guys are going to have some great answers for that.
I think it's just the attention to detail. So it's every little thing in an engine has to go right. It's a minor miracle every time an engine starts. All of the things that are happening inside, and that we can put it together and get it out to you and get it running every day, I think that's pretty special.
Very special. I'll tell you what, it's got to start up, it's got to run, it's got to perform. I mean, as a landscaper starting out from a small one man, one mower, if that thing went down, man, I was out of business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we bring that up in our development. Even as we're developing a new engine, we're thinking about the person who's going to be using it 5 years from now. When you're getting up in the dark and you hope it starts so you can get it on your trailer, you're finishing at the end of the day, and hopefully it ran all day for you, got your job done.